Broads Media.
All right, let's talk about it. You lose to the San Jose Sharks to start this West Coast swing. An 0-10-1 San Jose Sharks team, may I add, that allowed 10 goals each of their last two games. That's 20 goals over 120 minutes, and the only one you can squeak by is on a replay, on a review that I still, to this day, as if this happened 10 years ago, but to this day, I have not seen cross the goal line with my own two eyes. What a disaster those first 40 minutes were, and we'll break it down. Before we do, if you found a $100 bill on the ground, you wouldn't walk right past it, so why are you passing up on cashing winners every single weekend? MyBookie has the biggest online selection of odds and contests to fill all your sports betting needs anytime, anywhere. So you could turn the sports knowledge into cash in your wallet. You could bet on the NHL, on the NFL, college football, NBA, or play for a share of big cash prizes in the weekly blackjack tournaments. If you've been waiting for the right time to get in on the action, well, the time is right now. Make your winning move today. Sign up at MyBookie and use promo code BROADS and claim your deposit match, redeemable up to $1,000. Again, that's promo code BROADS to claim your bonus. Experience the thrill of sports betting right from the comfort of your home. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. Duclair scores one, and he was buzzing all over the ice, but he puts you down 1-0 early, and then you have to fight from behind. That shouldn't be a problem against a team that stinks, but here's Delorier needing to show his worth, and he did. He drops the mitts to try to inspire the boys. It's a dead building. There's about 6 fans in the stands. Nobody gives a damn about that Sharks team, so if it's going to be quiet in that place, someone needs to step up and try and spark it. And that's what Delorier did. I thought he landed some heavy shots. Now, he had the cut on his face when he was going to the box, but he definitely won that battle. He hit them good, too, towards the end as they both fell to the ice. And while, sure, the Flyers did generate some scoring chances, and you could look at the shot total and see that they outshot their opponent, you got beat, and you played such miserable, sloppy hockey for the first 40 minutes of play. They were so unprepared and unfocused that they were on a power play, right? And their power play still blows. I demanded them actually look reasonable against an opponent that stinks, and I was so wrong. Sean Walker's trying to run it. I saw a clip of Tortorella and Rocky. They didn't seem happy. They were communicating on the bench after an offsides happened. They can't even get into the zone. They seem to be bickering behind the bench. Well, it's terrible. They stink on the power play. I don't get it. You can't even try to be this bad with a man advantage. So, you're on a 5-on-4 man advantage, right? You take a too many men on the ice penalty. How? Whatever. So let's do the math. They're down a man. You're then down a man. That would make it what, everybody? 4-on-4. Yes. Thank you. Good answer. Tell me how off the draw, after that penalty was called, you have the Flyers trying to ice the puck as if they're killing a penalty. The hell is wrong with you? That's garbage. That means you're just not in the game. It's now even. You can't ice the puck. Now, they got lucky because it hit a linesman or a referee, but that just shows me that upstairs in their head, they're not even in the moment. They're not even engaged in what's happening out there. I don't know if they expected to just drop the puck and beat down a team that can't compete with 99% of the league. I don't know. Part of me goes, well, as harsh as you want to be on the Flyers, Broads, were the Sharks going to go 18-1? Eventually, someone was going to lose to this team. And while I do feel that way, don't make it you. Give me a better effort. Look, if they played better in the first 40 and they really, really brought it to the Sharks and they clearly dominated the entire time but were snake bitten and just couldn't find the back of the net and maybe Blackwood stands on his head even more and something outrageous occurs where you get goal lead, fine. But because of the first two periods, Cam York is getting undressed by Duclair. His jock straps hanging from the rafters. You thought that was bad enough. Then Nick Seeler gets in on the action and goes, hey, Yorkie, I'll join you. Okay? I guess my clothes will be stripped off too. He gets danced also. Getting deked left and right. It's abysmal. And I thought John Tortorella downplayed it. Now, he always goes the opposite of what the fans feel or what the media feels. So everyone knows that it's brutal to lose to this team. And his tone afterwards was basically the complete opposite. Just another game. Didn't really put an emphasis on who the Sharks are and what team they are in the league right now and how much everybody mocks them. And the Flyers should get destroyed by everybody for being that team. But he's just more along the lines of, you had chances, you couldn't finish. You took a lot of shots, you couldn't get it past the goalie. He looked at all the shots and said they generated a lot but just couldn't find twine. And he disregarded the first two periods, which was astonishing to me. Is that the right word? I don't know. It was I don't know, shocking to me. Let's get to what everybody hated prior to puck drop. Morgan Frost out of the lineup. John Tortorella seems to have that guy everywhere he goes that he picks on, if you will. It was Patrick Laine. It was Pierre-Luc Dubois. Now we're seeing it with Morgan Frost. It was Kevin Hayes last year. And as bad as Kevin Hayes is and was with that contract tied to him, he's still more established and reasonably established than Morgan Frost is in his fifth season. Do I think it was the right move? No. Even with Couturier coming back. And it's awesome to see Carter Hart making the West Coast trip as well, just in regards to health. So it was Couturier and Carter Hart. That's a good update on the netminder. We'll find out whenever he's ready to go, but it's a good sign that he's available and available to travel, I should say. So Morgan Frost, he had a lot of opportunities in the previous game for an assist. I thought he did some good things, got his teammates some open looks, wide open in the slot, just couldn't bury. He did not play bad enough to get scratched, in my eyes, based off of his most previous outing. Even if the box score doesn't have any assist, it wasn't his fault. He set up his teammates nicely a couple of times. With that said, the ceiling of the rest of the players I just mentioned, specifically Pierre-Luc Dubois and Patrick Laine, is 8 billion times higher than Morgan Frost. I don't agree with Tortorella did this game. I don't think it was right. At the same time, it's not like Morgan Frost is unscratchable. I think he is what he is. And the time's ticking, the clock's ticking. He's not going to be here much longer. The writing is on the wall. He'll get a fresh start elsewhere. They clearly are bothered by something with his game. I'm curious to see what, or hear, or, we'll never really get this information. But in regards to Tortorella, Danny Briere, Keith Jones, where does everybody stand on the Morgan Frost thing? Is this just a Torts move, or does Briere agree with Tortorella and see something that they don't love and think that this is going to hold him back from reaching whatever we want him to be? I don't know, and we'll never really have that information. But we were always wondering what the pecking order would be in regards to this organization when certain prospects get their numbers called, and where do certain people fall within the roster, and what can they be? What are they? What line should they play on? Are they a bottom six guy? Can we envision this guy being a second liner instead of a third liner? Things like that. We'll never know, but I don't agree with this one. But Morgan Frost is not unscratchable, and for the stands of Morgan Frost, he can do some nice things, but the ones screaming and banging on the table that he's a 20-goal scorer and all that, and what he did last year at the back end of the season was so remarkable. It's such a disgrace that he's not getting a fair shot and all this and all that. I don't share that same passion. So I didn't love the move. I think people overhype him. He kind of is what he is here. If he is to be anything in this league, I don't think it'll be in a Flyers uniform. So at some point you cut bait, you get your return, you find some sort of prospect on the other end that could maybe be fresher, and it's a project. So Morgan Frost is a project for someone that picks him and go, oh, he had some talent in Philly, just didn't work out there. Let's get our hands on him and see if we can mold him into something. Well, we can get that same version of another player in another organization and see what we can do. Similar to Owen Tippett. I guess the problem here is Owen Tippett can't score to save his life. Neither can Tyson Forster. It's time to apply pressure on those two and Noah Cates. We got to put the puck in the net. Farabee's doing his job. TK's doing his job. TK played with some piss and vinegar in my eyes last night. He was scrappy everywhere. I mean, he was even to the end of the last whistle. He's throwing around his body and throwing some jabs and all that. And he's in the penalty box with his helmet off and the flow going a little bit. He was bringing that edge. The problem is the team didn't for the first 40 minutes. And in this league, even the worst team in the league, if you're only going to compete for a third of it, well, you might find yourself on the losing end. Now, I will say that moving forward, I think they have the ability to flush this. It's going to get difficult, though. You have a back-to-back coming up Friday, Saturday. You see Anaheim. Maybe you can get revenge in their building. The Kings, you just got shut out by them at home. Show me some life. Show me an answer. Show me something here that this was just one of those nights. Even though the Flyers aren't supposed to be a great team, if you're going to show me progress in this rebuild, what I need to see is some sort of answer. Just some sort of effort answer. You could even lose against the Ducks. You can lose against the Kings. But it's about how they go about losing in that effort that will tell me the makeup of some of these kids, right? Because we understand that they're rebuilding here. So they're not going to just have this epic 5-win streak after a bad loss, especially with the gauntlet of some of these teams that you're seeing. Even when they come home, what is it? Is it Carolina? Or no, is that still part of the road trip? When they come home, Columbus, Vegas. Oh, man, Vegas. Oh, God. Okay, look, when they do come home, though, and also there's another team in town, the 76ers, and there's also another team in town, the Philadelphia Eagles, you can get yourself to South Philadelphia with $10 off of your tickets. If you click the link down below, TickPick with the promo code BRODES, that link already has the promo code applied to it. I'm giving you $10 to push you towards bringing a loved one, bringing your kids, bringing a family member to South Philly to see this team live in action, to see the Sixers live in action, and they have the best prices guaranteed. They guarantee it. Their ticket prices will beat any of the major competing marketplaces, and they're so confident that they guarantee it. If you find the same seats elsewhere at a better price than TickPick, they give you 110% of the price difference in form of TickPick credits. And there's upfront pricing, meaning that no more doing the math in your head to prepare for how much extra you plan on spending on top of the listed price on other sites. The price you see on TickPick is the price you'll pay at checkout, period. End of story. So you do not want to miss out. It's a free $10. You'd be a fool not to utilize. If you spend over $99, it gets applied to it, and it's like bada bing, bada boom, bros. I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you for utilizing TickPick, and it's just the cleanest, easiest way to utilize these secondary markets, and it's a no-brainer. So make sure you join the TickPick family. Face-offs, blah. Forster, blah. What else? York and Sealer undressed. Blah. You knew San Jose was desperate. They're angry. They're aggravated. Could you imagine? I was thinking this too when they were celebrating and hugging their goalie, and they heard some victory cheers from all 6 fans that paid to watch. Could you imagine playing 11 games in the NHL? 11 games, double-digit games, and not feeling a win yet? That's got to be a down room. That's got to be so upsetting and demoralizing. And to finally get that, and you're on your home ice, and in their eyes, they're playing a team that's beatable, right? It's not Vegas coming to their barn. It's not a powerhouse team. It's not the Penguins, who, by the way, put up a 10 spot. Same with the Vancouver Canucks. Are the Canucks this talented? I don't know. I don't think that they can keep this up over 82. This has been a weird start. I'm watching guys getting benched and putting their head down up in Calgary, and I thought that was a bad look. Huberdeau, who's a great talent, is sitting there pouting and putting his head down like he's 6 years old, and the coach doesn't want to play him anymore. Dude, you're making 10.5, and I know it's not easy just because you're making a ton of money, but sit your ass on the bench, acknowledge you're not performing, have a head on your shoulders. What are we, pouting? Come on, right? I mean, Morgan Frost isn't even pouting. He's saying the right things. All of his family members are checking in on him, teammates checking in on him. He's like, I'm good. I'm cool. Now, maybe he's just playing that card to the media, but that's what you have to do. All of this is fake. When you're a coach and you support your guys. Look at Robert Saleh, just to switch gears real quick to the NFL. Do you think he really believes in Zach Wilson? No, but you lie. You put on a fake face. You just say what the people want to hear. That's part of your duties as a coach, as a player. That's what you have to do. Morgan Frost, I'll give him credit. He's at least doing that as for right now. I don't know. Maybe things change if he's even more pissed off because of this scratching compared to previous scratchings. And he's got a point, but he's just playing it the right way. Maybe he knows, look, if I put the fake smile on, it'll be easier to move me. Then I can put on a different uniform and show this league what I'm worth. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. It's going to eventually end up with a trade at some point. This scratching said it all. And I was stunned to see the lineup that it was him. As much as I like that fourth line, and they've established themselves as something solid, and they bring what a fourth line needs to bring for this core, and Delorier's doing his thing, and Hathaway had a chance to score. I'm like, oh, dude, it was, they were peppering Blackwood with shots from the point. But sometimes even when they do have a good look, they miss the net. Does that irritate anybody else? Here's Forrester. He's right there. Oh, it hits the glass. I hear the glass. What are we doing? What are we doing? Can we hit the net? Can we look far, Pat? All right, can we do something not sexy, a greasy one? I don't care. It doesn't have to be an Anthony Duclair undressed the defenseman. That play on Cam York, I've watched the replay a billion times. By the way, I can't believe I stayed up till 2 a.m. for that. I really did. I was dozing off in between the intermissions, the second and third. I said, should I go to sleep? Should I call it a night? No, I can't. I'm going to watch this game. I'm going to finish this thing out. I have to see in live time. Are they? Are they the team that slips to the Sharks first? Put myself through pain. What else is giving me pain is seeing the report that apparently Owen Tippett and $7 million is what he's looking for. Now, I was told by two people, and I didn't see it firsthand, but I do trust that these two people saw it, that apparently his agency came out and did not, or I guess decline that this was real, or debunked, maybe debunked is the word, debunked that report. I don't know. Owen Tippett ain't worth $7 million. If they think that he's worth $7 million, get the hell off my team. Get the hell off my team. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Now, it would make sense for his agency to debunk that because he's nowhere even close to that much money. Nowhere even close. I like Owen Tippett. He's got to start scoring, though. We asked, could he be a 30-goal scorer? Can he sniff 40? My guy's doing diddly squat right now. And it would help if they can produce something on the power play. This power play is so bad that I think you can legitimately, and it wouldn't happen, but I think you can legitimately fire Rocky today. You could fire parts of your coaching staff now. Right now. Right now. I can't stand hearing positivity. Well, they worked the puck around well that time. Hey, they're doing some nice things, and they're starting to move the puck around and try and grasp for positivity. No. Stop it. Stop it. What are we doing? We're babying these people? We're putting them in diapers? Like, are we serious? What are we, breastfeeding them? Stop it. Can we score? Can we put the puck on net with a purpose? Can we find lanes and tic-tac-toe and backdoor tap-ins? I watch teams do this on a night-to-night basis. I see guys with one-timers that are so elite that everyone knows that it's going to be a pass to the left side to a right-handed shot, and it'll be a one-timer, and there's nothing they could do about it. You know it's coming. Here it is, and they can't stop it. I see it every night. What are we doing? Sean Walker running our power play. Guys in the bumper spot that shouldn't be in the bumper spot. What are we doing? I'm sorry. As much of a rebuilding team as this is, when you have one more guy than the other team, there's enough on this team, enough young talent, enough veteran presence, quite frankly, in Atkinson, Couturier, TK. Sanheim's been in the league for a while now. You're telling me that 5-on-4, you can't generate anything? Leaves me speechless. All right. Before we head out of here, I shared this photo with all of you on Twitter yesterday. Chef Broads in action. All right. The shrimp mushroom risotto from HelloFresh was so good. I can't even express you how good it was that I had to buy it again, and I made it again, and we're like bang, bang, right back to back shrimp mushroom risotto. It's so incredible. A crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your dinner time recipe rut. So keep mealtime exciting. With over 40 recipes to choose from every week, there's always something delicious to discover with HelloFresh. They drop it off right at your door. It's pre-portioned, and it's step-by-step recipe cards that are also in the bag with it. How easy is that? 5 minutes to prepare the food, 15 minutes to cook it. Oh, my God. And it's also 25% less expensive than takeout. So that means you get easy home-cooked meals on the table and even more money back in your pocket. Go to HelloFresh.com/50broads and use code 50broads for 50% off plus free shipping. That's code 50broads for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. You do not want to miss out on what they provide. It is sensational. Sensational. It's the complete opposite of a Flyers power play is HelloFresh, and you want to join the party. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss out. I'm saying it again. You don't want to miss out, so make sure you click the link down below. You get yourself started. I promise you, you will love it. You will love it. Complete opposite of the Flyers power play. You'll love it. The opposite. You'll love it. All right, and I love you all. Remember that. I appreciate you. We'll be talking soon. This one stings. Pissed. See you next time.